Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. How we doing? My name is Ryan B Hebert, and welcome to Present the Play alongside Warren Arnold, brought to you by Sunny Z. Taste the tangy, juicy flavor of Porygon Z GO BRRR.
God damn it, Ryan.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Ryan. This is Warren next to me. Hello, Warren. Thank you for joining us.
No problem, man.
Today, we are bringing you all with our first episode of some unique Pokemon content here on YouTube. I know, everyone says, I have the unique thing too. You know, my thing's special. Well, this is special. Warren and I are taking a team pictured above us. Porygon Z Sun is what we're going to be focusing on. But overall, before we get into that, who are we? My name is Ryan, as I've said before many times already. I have been playing VGC since 2015, and I met the wonderful Warren Arnold at 2015 Worlds, but before that I met him at a local where he saw my wonderful Florges, made fun of me for using said Florges, and he thought it was a grass type, so who's the real sucker? Okay, that's me.
Hey, I'm Warren. I've been playing Pokemon since 2007. I just started VGC in 2014. And yeah, I'm excited to be doing this with Ryan.
Yes, thank you, Warren. I'm very excited for this episode and for this series. It's going to be a 5-part series, and here's what we're going to be doing. We're taking the team above us. Warren and I are both starting with this team, just these Pokemon. No moves, no stats, nothing like that. We're going to take this team. In our next episode, I'll present my version of the team, and Warren will give his thoughts. Honest thoughts, because that's the thing. Warren and I both have disagreements on how to team build. While we both agree on many of the fundamentals of building a team, typically, when we're building a team itself, we usually have a disagreement, usually on a move or a specific Pokemon. So, this is a test to see, over a 5-episode period, who can build the more superior team between two friends who team build together.
It's me.
The case has yet to be determined in VGC Series 6 2020. And so we're going to be starting off with this team. As mentioned before, week 1, here we are, showing you the team. Week 2 will be my version of the team. I'll be showing it off. Maybe I'll do a few battles, maybe I won't. We'll figure it out. Week 3 will be Warren's version of the team, for me to just take a crack at it, because I know it's going to be horrible. Week 4 is going to be a very interesting week because this is the final decision week. One of us gets to finally decide, okay, who gets to go on and play their team in a tournament? And what better way to decide how to play said team than a mirror match? A best of 3 mirror match between myself and Warren Arnold. Yes, Warren Arnold. I was going to say something bad between your name, but I couldn't think of anything. So Warren Arnold is what it's going to be for right now. And in that 4th episode, we'll be bringing on a special guest to help us decide who has the better team overall by looking at both of our teams and then comparing them as so. And in the final episode of our series, we'll be going over tournament results from the person between the two of us who has chosen to go on and actually take the team to a tournament. The loser must throw away their team into the loser bin of shame because they did not win the best of 3.
I have to throw it away?
Well, it's up to you whether you want to actually
I'll
delete it from your team builder or not.
Well, I mean, since I'm the one who's going to be winning, it's up to you.
Whoa, hold the phone there, Mr. Arnold. I don't know about that one. Okay.
It involves Charizard.
Yes, just going over this team here. First of all, we've got Gmax Charizard. Now, we just wanted to let you all know off the bat, do not go with regular solar power Charizard, okay? Yes, without it being regular Charizard, using a max fire move will not allow you to get up Sun. But between the usage of Nintales and Sableye, using Sunny Day, there is enough Sun coverage on this team in general.
I mean, just the sheer power of Gmax Wildfire, even if it's not off, even if it is off, Heat Wave instead of Blast Burn or Overheat or something of that nature, the chip damage that it does, the 1/8 chip damage is just, you need it.
You do need it. It
deals well with Focus Sashes, Sturdy, most things that are pretty common these days.
I agree with you, Warren. It is a great move to have, and it's a great feature to those Gmax ability Pokemon like Charizard to have on the battlefield in Series 6. Right below that is going to be Ninetales. A little bit of an underestimated Pokemon in many of the series before this. I think it was Series 2 or 3, Warren, where Ninetales definitely got some attention due to just the sheer power of Ninetales Charizard, but then sort of fell off due to the fact that Torkoal was such a threat in Trick Room.
Yeah, the addition of Torkoal and just the fact that we finally had a reason to run Trick Room in a series for once, like most years, it kind of hampered Ninetales' usability, especially considering Ninetales is able to match timid 252 Charizard speed exactly at 167.
And that's the really cool thing about Ninetales. It's really fast and it matches the speed of Charizard, which makes it pretty nice. I will say though that if it was one speed point more, maybe that would have been a little bit nicer to make it at 168. Am I right there? Yeah.
Yeah.
168 for its speed stat. That would have been nice, but it's not. So they're matching in speed, but it makes for a powerful partner with let's say both Charizard and Ninetales want to use Heat Wave in the sun. I mean, that is a powerful combination of spread moves on the field and a lot of damage for a lot of Pokemon right now. On top of that, Ninetales has some fantastic move coverage in terms of being not only an attacker, but also a supportive Pokemon as well.
Yeah, it gets things like, for example, it gets Hypnosis, which I don't recommend using. Fake Tears is just kind of better on it, especially because of its speed stat. I mean, it's kind of a 50-50 dice roll if your Charizard and your Ninetales are tied, but at that point you could just lower one. You could just lower Charizard down one speed.
You know, you and I might have disagreements on whether Hypnosis or Fake Tears is better, but that's just for us to decide later down the line. Next up, we've got...
find out.
Oh, yes, we shall. Next up, we've got Sableye, a Pokemon that definitely saw a lot of use in the first, second, and third series, and really just took a dive. It's a Pokemon that I saw a lot at Dallas Regionals, for instance, this past year. But other than that, it's really a supportive Pokemon. It's not used offensively, but the fact that it's a Ghost type with Fake Out, gets Helping Hand, it gets Will-O-Wisp, it gets Sunny Day. I mean, I could just go on and on and on. But any other thoughts, Warren?
It's kind of like I would just say it's kind of the linchpin of the team here. I mean, you set weather with Prankster without having to switch in, and you set where in what order the Pokemon use their moves with things such as Fake Out and Quash.
I was just about to say I forgot probably the most important move on Sableye, which is Quash. It allows us
to do that.
Yeah, seriously. Depending on what you put on this team in terms of speed control, it's probably one of the most important pieces of speed control next to Max Strike from Porygon Z or putting Icy Wind onto Primarina.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of Primarina, moving on to Primarina, Primarina is just an absolute overall tank in this metagame, not only in Series 6, but Series 5, 4, and then I can't remember what series it was released officially. I think it was like 3 or 4, but it was dropped with Pokemon Home with its hidden ability as well. And overall, this Pokemon is just so good because of its high special attack, its typing, and on top of that, its move coverage, allowing it to have Fairy, Water, and Grass coverage all on the same Pokemon.
It's like Gyarados, but better, because it gets Fairy moves.
It's like a special attacking Gyarados, and that's the thing about it that a lot of people like. It sort of fits in that mid-speed tier range as well. It's not slow enough for Trick Room, but it's not fast enough for hyper offense. Overall, it's a solid mon that hits like a tank, and you can give it a bunch of different items in order to use it. If you're really into using Hyper Voice with its ability Liquid Voice, turning normal type moves into water type moves, an item like Throat Spray, allowing it to get a +1 special attack boost after using a voice related move, right? Is it sound move, right?
It's sound. Well, after using a sound-based move, Throat Spray is going to up the special attack of said Pokemon by 1.5.
Thank you, Warren.
Basically just giving it a special attacking boost for the rest of the game unless you switch it out or it gets knocked out.
What's really tricky about this team, though, in terms of talking about items on Primarina, is that on a Pokemon like Gmax Charizard, typically you might want to be running Life Orb. Yeah. And on a Pokemon such as Porygon Z, you also might want to be running Life Orb. Or maybe a Silk Scarf or something to just power up the moves in general on top of Porygon Z's ability adaptability, which we'll get to in just a moment. But overall, it's going to be difficult for Warren and I to try to decide what item we eventually want to use on Primarina and how we can best use this Pokemon, which overall adds a lot of versatility to our team in the best way possible. Moving on to Porygon Z. This is probably what got us started with the podcast in general. We both looked at each other and we said, okay, what do we want to start building with Series 6 that's going to allow us to get some W's? And we both looked at each other and we were like,
it's the duck.
It's the duck.
It's gotta be the duck.
It's got it. Now, this is not a double duck team from 2017, very sadly. That was a good time, but we're not going back that far. We're 3 years ahead. And let me tell you, thank goodness. Porygon Z, what can I say about it? Maxes out at 156 speed, and it's just a powerhouse of a hitter due to its high special attack, its ability and adaptability. Its ability adaptability, which allows the user to get a 2.0 stab bonus instead of a regular 1.5 stab bonus off of normal type moves. So
combine that with the Life Orb or the Silk Scarf, for example, as you said, and it's hitting like a truck.
So it's max 150 Hyper Beam, which is going to have the same power as its max strike, is incredibly powerful and allows you to just basically delete anything off of the field. There are some things that can obviously take it, and most your first thought, most Dynamax Mons, obviously, but you might think, oh, a Ghost type is probably pretty good, right? The answer is no, you're wrong. It also gets Dark Pulse. Well, if you're thinking about running Rain against this thing, think again. It also gets Thunderbolt. And so on top of its move coverage, it's just able to obliterate things with Max Strike, and it has fantastic coverage with Dark moves and Electric moves, and of course, you want to give it Protect.
Unless you're the crazy one running Assault Vest.
No, no way. There's no way you would run Assault Vest on this Pokemon. Absolutely no way, Warren. If I catch you doing that, Devin will come after you, I'm telling you.
I'm terrified.
I hope you are. I hope you are. And last but certainly not least is the one and only Clefairy. Clefairy. Warren, would you like to talk about Clefairy?
Yeah, the third support Pokemon on the team, basically. And it's literally only there for Friend Guard, Follow Me, Helping Hand, General Annoyance, and Redirection.
Absolutely.
I mean, you could throw something like Dazzling Gleam on it if you needed to at the last second, but I mean, really, it's just Follow Me, Helping Hand.
Follow Me, Helping Hand, Friend Guard as its ability. Other choices of moves, you can go with an attacking move such as Dazzling Gleam, which, you know, just allows you to get off a little bit of chip damage, especially against those pesky dark types and fighting types in their Series 6 metagame, like Urshifu, or, you know, against Mian Xiao, which is now in the game due to the DLC.
That's true.
Right?
Since you said that, though, Mian Xiao does get Wide Guard. That is one thing you have to note.
That is the biggest thing about this team, Warren. Testing with it before we started off this video today. Wide Guard is definitely becoming a little bit more of an issue, and so it is something to just keep in the back of our heads here as we're building this team.
Yeah, so, especially with the return of, as you said, Mian Xiao and Hitmontop.
As well as Gigalith.
Yeah,
well.
Gigalith gets it too now?
Gigalith, Pelipper, there are numerous amount of Pokemon that actually get Wide Guard.
I was completely unaware that Pelipper got Wide Guard.
Pelipper does get Wide Guard. It's a fun fact from knowing about Double Ducks back in 2017 is that Pelipper does get Wide Guard.
Oh my god.
Fun fact. Helps against Circuitry and, it was really Circuitry.
Circuitry.
Discharge, Dazzling Gleam. You know, it's like, okay.
Oh yeah. Wide Guard, Wide Guard, Wide Guard. And goodbye.
Exactly. So, folks, that's the team right there. But overall, here's what we're going to do with it. Warren and I are now going to take said team on our own, build with it, EVs, stats, moves, play some games, and then we're going to come back with another episode real soon once we have both said to each other, okay, we're good. We feel good about this. We're ready. Once we both said to each other that we're ready, we'll come back for our next episode where I will present my team, some of the stats on said team, and the moves on said team, and how the team has done. I'll be posting a paste of said team so that all of you can try said team as well. And we'll just see where we go. And Warren will sadly also get to critique said team.
Oh, it's okay. You'll get to critique mine after, which I know you will.
I was just about to say, and the following week, I will get to critique his as well. So, truly, this is an experience for Warren to be careful with what he says. Because next week, I will be there. I will be there. Folks, that just about wraps it up here on Present the Play episode 1, joined by Warren Arnold and myself, Ryan B Hebert. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns of any kind, let us know in the comments below. Let us know how we did, and let us know if you're interested in knowing about what's going to be happening next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. How we doing? I'll see you later.
Goodbye. I'll see you all next time.
Wonderful Sunny Z at the beginning of the episode. Taste the tangy flavor of Porygon Z GO BRRR. After using a sound move, throat spray will get one. After using a sound move, throat spray will allow the user of words. Warren. Okay, Warren, would you like to explain how throat spray works?
Well, I guess I will since you can't. Okay.